Hey, how you doing today? I am Taquila Coleman. In today's video, I want to talk to you today about you are not an option. This video is for those of you who are feeling like an option, you feeling like second best, and it's starting to get up under your skin and it's starting to affect your stance. I want to speak to you today in this video, and I need you to hear me by the spirit. I need you to understand exactly what I'm going to say to you in this video. So here's the thing, it is very painful and dishonoring whenever you find yourself standing for a God ordained marriage promise, right? You're loyal, you praying for your person, you covering them in prayer, you care about their well being, only for this individual to number one be entertaining a counterfeit relationship, but then number two, it could seem like they have you waiting. It could seem like they have you on hold, waiting until all of their options are gone before they come back and then want to be with you. It could seem that way, okay? But that can be very painful and very dishonoring, okay, to you. So I want to acknowledge that. But I need you to understand you are not second best. You are not an option. Don't believe the lies of the enemy, because the enemy will have you to think you an option, right? The enemy will have you to think, your person is only coming back because they done ran through all of their choices and now they about to just settle for you. The devil is a lie. Let's put some truth to this situation. The truth is you were always number one. You were always God's chosen spouse. Okay. So I'm gonna need you to rehearse the truth to yourself, okay? And I'm gonna need you to tell yourself the truth that you are number one. You have always been the God ordained chosen spouse for your person, and vice versa. Okay. So here's the thing, because you probably ask yourself, well, how do I deal with this, Tequila? You know, here's the thing, though, you got to understand what God is doing. The same way how God allowed you the time you needed to get to this place where you recognize, you can hear God's voice, that's number one, but you also recognize this is your chosen spouse from God, and you made a decision to stand for this individual and cover them in prayer and be loyal and do things the right way, right? The same way how God gave you that time to get to this place, that is what God is doing with this person. Okay? It's like how I said, it's not that you are an option. You're not an option. Okay? You are the obvious choice. You are the chosen one. You are God's chosen one. You are number one. Okay? But God was allowing your person, or is allowing your person, okay, whatever the situation is, God is allowing your person to have what they think they need or want in this moment. He is allowing them to be with their choice that they are choosing, okay? Maybe this person think this counterfeit is sent by God, right? And this is why they choosing them. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, God is allowing your person in their free will to choose the person they want to be with. And God is allowing it. One of the reasons why God is allowing it is so that God can show the person that when that relationship comes to an end, number one, this was never God's choice for them. And then number two, they would never find the happiness or the fulfillment that their heart truly desire with this individual, because that's not God's chosen spouse. Okay. Nothing against counterfeit, but the truth remain the truth. Fulfillment is found when you connect with your God ordained spouse, not a counterfeit. Okay. The counterfeit gotta, locate their God ordained chosen spouse for themselves. Okay. And so if you are in a situation where uh the person you're standing for, they were once in a counterfeit relationship and that relationship now is coming to an end, and maybe you feeling some type of way, maybe you feeling like, nah, now they want to come back, because that relationship didn't work out and I've been standing all this time, and they trying to, come back because all of their choices, they done ran through all their choices, right? That's not really the case. Like how I said, God was allowing your person to to see what they were choosing. He was allowing them to, choose in their free will the person they desired to be with. Okay. He gave you that same opportunity too. All them counterfeits in your path. That was God giving you that opportunity to choose whoever you wanted to choose until that day came when you got the revelation. None of these people, is who God chosen for me to do life with. The minute you got that revelation that this is who God has chosen for me to do life with, that's when you started standing. That's when you started learning about a God ordained mere stand. So that's what God is doing with your person. So now that God has removed this wrong attachment, this counterfeit relationship out of your person's life, now God is able to speak to this person. Now God is able to, like clearly speak to this person and help them to get to a place in the Lord where they trust him, they hear from him, and they are now willing to take his will for their life, right? When they make the decision, okay, God, I want your will for my life. When they make that decision, then that's when God joined them with you. It's not about you being an option. It's not about you being, second best or the person coming back now because they don't have any options. No, God had to allow the person to come to the end of themselves when it comes down to choosing the spouse they thought they should be with for the rest of their life. God had to allow that to come to the end so that God can begin to show this person, number one, you know, what they were choosing is not best for them. Okay. And if they want that their heart's desire, they got to do things God's way. Okay. All right. God gave you that same, choice in your life as well. Okay. So don't believe the lies of the enemy. You are God's chosen spouse. You are number one. You have always been number one. Okay. Just because your person ended up in a counterfeit relationship, that has now come to an end, that doesn't make you an option. It just simply means the person was in a counterfeit relationship. Okay. And God had to bring that to an end. God had to allow that counterfeit relationship run its course so that he could begin to speak to your person. He could begin to wake them up. He could begin to open up their eyes to see, okay, God has something better in store for them. But they got to choose his will. They got to choose God if they want what's better for their life. Okay. So you are number one. Go ahead and put that in the comment section. I am number one. I am God's chosen spouse. And that's what you stay in agreement with. Okay, so that is it. I am Taquila Coleman. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.